Yeah, so hello, we're here at Bikini Waxx for Banana Box. I'm Marie and I brought Lea today and her little dog.
Yeah, hello. Super happy to be here. I really love the concept so much, to share music but also all the story around. So thank you for having us.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So the first intro I brought, and also today, so we started a little bit with some jazz music, but we're gonna switch roles today because I'm more, like I do play house and techno, but I'm more on the house side and Lea is more on the techno side. So I'm gonna play some more techno tracks towards the mid and the end, and Lea's gonna show also some different stuff and some house, so we're gonna switch roles. And the record I just played is, I showed the cover already, from Ivisha Cohen. And I love this record. It's also with the Gothenburg Symphony Orchestra. It's very special jazz, and as we just talked about, it's really like cinema, movie music in a way, and it has so many emotions. And I just love his music. It's just great, and he's always like doing stuff with so many different artists, and I think it's very nice. And yeah, I'm not a mega big fan of the cover, but you were, I think.
Yeah, every time you have a flower, I love it.
Yeah, perfect. Fits the vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That was my first record.
Yeah, it was perfect to start, really. So, I will go for some jazz as well.
Ooh.
So funny because I grew up with jazz. I have many musicians in my family, and especially my father is a big fan of jazz and maybe the biggest Miles Davis fan on earth. So I think all these jazz influences shaped our sound in a way, for sure. And
Yeah.
a way to approach also maybe mixing music in general.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I think because for me, jazz and hip hop was the first music I felt in love. More hip hop, but the hip hop side is also so jazzy sometimes. So
yeah,
it's
maybe the way we love to adapt at the moment, a lot of improvisation, a lot of groove in our music, maybe. So this is Nina Simone records. Actually, during the week, I'm mainly listening jazz or French song. And I bought it in Istanbul. And it's just the instrumental. Mm-hmm. And I really like it. Listen to it every week. Okay. So Jazzy is asleep. It works.
Perfect. Okay, so the story is Istanbul record shopping.
Yeah, Justina Simons, one of my favorites, Queen of Soul, and I love listen to it during the week, or just to disconnect. And also, it reminds me when I listen in music with my family.
Yeah, that's so nice. For me, it's like the same, but with hip hop music, I brought one record, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it. But it always like brings like memories back. But I think like still jazz and hip hop is so different than each other, even if it's like kind of like fluent genres and style into each other. But yeah, I love it when you have like, where you bought the record and...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the rules, I mean, like you, I believe, but every time I'm touring or in the other city, I have to go to the record shop and buy memories.
Yeah, that's so nice. I used to do that a lot more. But now sometimes I don't have so much time anymore.
Yeah,
sometimes also, and it depends. Like, for example, if you buy records in the US, it's also very expensive, so I don't go always. But there are some, like, for example, in Barcelona, Discos Paradiso, I always go. And sometimes you don't have space also.
Yeah.
That's the biggest issue, actually. And I hate that. I hate having no space. And I always pack very light. It's like basically no clothes. To be honest, it's like more space for records, 2 t-shirts, 1 pants.
It's true, like I'm always wondering the only vinyl DJ how you do for
I know.
suitcase.
I recently actually saw a photo of someone touring to Australia, and she brought her record bag, her backpack, and an extra suitcase for clothes. And I was like, that's smart. Why am I not doing that? I'm always like half dying with the backpack and whatever. I think I just put everything on the side of the record bag also, like all the panties and socks, just like...
Oh my God.
It's no fun sometimes.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. But... yeah, it's annoying, but I don't know. I love it. So it's like same with this record, for example. I don't know which track I want to play actually from this one, but I bought it in a record shop in Leipzig called Vari. I think most of the people know it. It's like kind of like a cafe record shop vibe-ish more now. And it was for a long time not on Spotify. Some of the tracks are now on Spotify, some not. But the story of this guy is actually kind of crazy because he used to be more like a photographer and designer. Cover looks like that. And it's a really beautiful cover. And when you open it, it's even more beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so great, I think. And it's just, he used to be a photographer, and then he started some projects, and people were asking him, can you bring some music with your photographs and with your photos? And then he started playing on his guitar, and that's how this album was actually created, or however you say it. And it was only released in Japan, so it was only available there, and it never crossed, like, I don't know, I never saw it, I never found it somewhere. It wasn't really released. It was on a cassette or something, and then they released it 2 years ago, I think, and now it sees the light of the world, which is super nice, I think. And it also has this like amazing book in it with all the photos he did. And
so nice.
Yeah,
first time I'm seeing this actually.
Yeah, and it's just I think it's so special. It's so nice to like have something tangible in your hands, and it's a lot about woman and photography and his life at the beach, and it's just, and yeah, I don't know, it's an easy story in a way, and it's like wholesome also, and it's nice to read and nice to listen to. It has kind of like this country music vibes in a way. It reminds me why I like to go record shopping, because there's some music you would never find online, and it kind of like keeps the history going. And it was, I don't know, it's the 70s or something when he recorded that, and now it's like, I don't know, it's just, and it was, yeah, it says it was released in Japan in the 80s. It's just great. I love these moments. So, okay, I'm gonna play Steve Hyatt, and the track is called, what is it called? Looking Across the Street.
Okay.
it was more a happy version of. I mean, there are some heavy tracks on it, but it's still kind of like, as I said, very sentimental and. Yeah, you can get deep into sadness, but like in a sadness that feels like so light and like allows you to go into this feeling. I just love this record.
Yeah, exactly. I'm in love also.
Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me the holidays feelings or like some hope, a bit of melancholy. But you are also sensitive to photography, right?
Yeah, I do. Even like, yeah, I used to do graphic design for many, many years. And then now I shoot photos when I travel. Some more like stuff that people don't pay attention to most of the time. So,
yeah, I noticed that. I love what you share also next to music.
Yeah, oh, that's so cool to hear. I wonder sometimes if people actually like it. So it's nice to hear.
It's a favorite French singer of my mother. And also I think the fact that I'm always listening French song with my family and since always give me also a special sensibility, I would say, in my music. The fact that I love telling story or the art of narration in my set or the way of I approach my music with a lot of emotion, I would say.
Yeah.
And her favorite track ever with my family, it's Tous les garçons et les filles. It's
from your mom.
Yeah, and me also.
Yeah, okay.
You're always listening this one. And it's about she tells the story of her teenage years and the fact that her desire to fall in love and her solitude when everyone around her is in love but not her. So she's a bit sad.
We're back. We're on the sadness part.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, you already translated a little bit the text, but...
But yeah, recently also friends ask me if I have to keep one kind of music and listen to it until the rest of your life.
Oh, that's so hard.
Me, I said French song.
Really? Oh.
And you?
I probably, I don't know. It's hard to say.
I know.
There was one song that I really liked when I was a teenager. It's this song called One T Cool T Magic Key. I wouldn't say it now that it would be the song I would listen to it forever. When you hear it, you're gonna know it. It's like kind of like this hip hop R&B track. I don't know. Maybe it's niche, maybe not. I don't know it, but
So
I used to always say that one, but probably it would be a hip hop track.
Interesting.
Yeah. I really like who is following me, her music is following me for a while, and brought a record because I already showed her in another interview. It's Little Sims. She's quite well known, and she has this kind of jazzy and hip hop elements, both at the same time, and I really enjoy. Next record, I tried to also find a selection between artists that I think personally don't get the recognition they should have. So it's kind of more niche, or also some small labels, some things I have in my bag for a while. This one is kind of more going into techno, but still kind of slow and kind of trippy. And it's Space Drum Meditation. Do you know them?
No, not at all.
Yay! My work is done here. I can go. No. But it's a duo, and they only self-release stuff yet. And they do such insane and great music. And the next release is going to be on my label, actually. It's going to come out in 2 months.
So nice.
Yeah, it's gonna have a remix by Blue Hour as well. So it's gonna be a more techno one, and I think what they're doing, it's kind of this Donato Dozzi experimental ethno vocal deep weird techno stuff in a way. I don't know how to explain this music. It's very special. It kind of touches also a bit of the style of Sons maybe, which is more transy, I would say. But yeah, I think Space Drum Meditation is something overlooked. Of course, when there's no bigger label, and they always do as Space Drum Meditation, there's basically, the label is called Space Drum Meditation, like the artist itself. And it's 2 guys. One guy's from Hamburg, I think. The other one is from Berlin. I'm not sure. They're not from Berlin, but one of them, I think, lives in Berlin. However, great artists. I've been digging their music for a long time. As long as they release, I think, kinda. I like this weird techno-ish stuff that you can play in a warm-up, or as a first track, or as a last track, or
in the middle for create a bit of tension.
Yeah, true. Are you doing that?
Yeah,
Yeah. Does it work well?
It depends.
It depends on the crowd, probably, right? Yeah, I think it's hard to. This kind of music I play, for example, my Deckmantel mix, or something that's more avant-garde. And I think for people to understand that music, they need to be open for it. But yeah, let's see. Let's see if the people like it. I think it's great music.
This is all I love.
Yeah, I know. I knew it. That's why I was like, I think you're gonna love this one.
Yeah.
I think you should buy everything they do. I think everything's
A
great.
bit tribal with a mystical.
Yeah, and it's always cool when you have a track and you can like kind of like visualize where you would play it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
In the forest.
Yeah, in a forest festival. Yeah, and you like kind of. I think about this track like very. I mean, kind of like darkish vibes, but like festival outside in the night.
Yeah.
Everyone is like kind of like in their own zone or vibe and very different. And this track is just like bringing everything just like together in a way. Oh,
Exactly.
great artist.
And that's why also I love tribal sound for this. And I know also you love to incorporate in your sets percussive moments. That's why also I feel connected to you for that.
Yay.
And it's true, like every time you put some tribal, it brings people together and people start to look at each other, smile, and change totally the atmosphere.
Yeah, it's crazy how this like very organic element can change a dynamic into a track and the dance floor. Yeah, it's true.
Maybe you know already.
Show me the backside. What is it? Ah, yeah, the artist I know. But I think I don't know this one. It has a crazy artwork.
Yeah. I love this kind of découpe.
Yeah, I thought it's Yoyaku also, because kind of like, isn't it the old logo of them or something? Because it says Yoyaku.
Yes. Yeah, looks like, yeah.
Yeah. Now we know. Yeah. I was like, I think it's Yoyaku, but not sure if it's still the logo. It's like kind of dangerous also to print it like that, to be honest. Look at this. But this is like also like, oof, dangerous for DJs if you pack two single record back. You kind of like easily can get like stuck with another cover.
Sure.
Cool.
So let's see this one.
Your dog is happy that you play
Yeah.
house.
But yeah, it's true, like it's a bit minimal micro house.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of something that is also coming back. Everyone is complaining to play tech house all the time. Oh, everybody's playing tech house. Not everybody, but like many people are touching the ground of tech house. I think it's great.
Yeah, so actually when I started playing more than 10 years ago, I started with micro house and techno.
Oh yeah,
So
that
that's
makes
why-
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of like suits the vibe of the techno you play today, I think.
Yeah. I guess this influences also impact my style.
Yeah, but that's so nice. Yeah, some records I still keep them, but I don't play them anymore because I'm like, oh, I can't play this anymore.
Why?
I don't know. Some things are just too. I don't know. It's just it doesn't. It's something that fits the style I played before, and it wouldn't fit the style I play now. So it wouldn't like. I must have like a great idea to like make this track work into a set that I have now, because I used to play a lot of musical breaks and stuff. But yeah, however, now I also brought a record that this one actually I played many times. Also when I started DJing, this record was for a long time in my record bag. It's on Traditions. I think, I don't know actually if they're still releasing stuff. The artist died. Yeah, sadly. Yeah, it's and it's a crazy story because I also brought another record from another label. It's called Red Weed. I'm not gonna play it, but I bought this record and I loved the label, and I was in a record shop called Liberton, and there's also, I think, a record shop here in Berlin they had for a while. And I went into this record shop and I told them how much I like the series they do called Traditions. And Phil is the artist. And then he said to me, first of all, he said to me, we haven't talked to the artist for a while. And then he died because of cancer. So very, very tragic, actually. Great music, like kind of a style of like techno, transy-ish. And it reminds me of like an alter ego of myself, because I used to play a bit more like trance, not this like hectic trance, but like more this like deep stuff that, I don't know, Eat Static or Suns are names I would drop into this now. But I don't know, it's I think it's a great track, and it always reminds me of going into this record shop, speaking to the owner, and he showed me also another label that is like so niche, called Red Weed. It's like more like acid techno and about the story of the artist. So again, there's a lot of history of the record. And I still, when I put the needle on, I still think it's a great track. You can make it work in a house and a techno set. Yeah.
Let's see.
the morale. Woo. Yeah, it's great stuff. I
Wow,
don't
what
know.
a track.
Yeah, so many things happening, and still like the vocal at the beginning, and it's so deep and kind of like dark, and then it evolves in this like kind of like trippy.
Yeah,
Sounds
sometimes when there's too many elements, you get too much and get lost, but not this one. Like, it's perfect.
You like it?
Yeah.
Maybe I get
Very nice one.
a techno medal after that from you. Where's my medal?
So I'm a bit long. You know this one?
I know the label. I love it how you think I know every house track that exists.
Okay, this side.
I should always say, yes, I know it. Yes, of course. Yeah. I did spend a lot of time with music. Can you say too much? Can you spend too much time with music? I don't know. I don't think so. What is it? Which?
Okay, so this one is quite recent discovery.
Ah.
So it's from last year, actually. It's from AB Show. It's also like minimal micro house, and I fall in love with this track, and I play it a lot.
Oh,
recently.
cool! I'm so excited, especially because it's new.
Not sure this.
Is it this one?
Yeah. So yeah, remind me a lot my beginning of partying and exploring the minimal scene in Paris.
That's so cool. Yeah, you mentioned Concrete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to go a lot in Concrete, and it's there like that, listening for the first time this kind of minimal sound. I saw there, I remember Villa-Lobos or Margaret Digas.
Yeah, that's so cool. Interesting. Yeah, as I said, it's something I haven't touched so much, like minimal house, but it's something I'm more touching now. Yeah, it's always kind of like a big journey with music, I feel.
Yeah.
Jumping from one to the other style. Okay, so I'm going to show something that is a little bit harder now.
Okay.
I think you're going to like it. I hope you're going to like it. It's a record that I always wanted to play at Berghain, but I never did yet. It's going to happen probably. Yet. It's something that it sounds very cliche, but I understood techno when I was going to Berghain. Before, it was something I couldn't understand really clearly. It was just, I don't know, it's something I couldn't really access with my musical mind. I don't know, it's something I didn't understand. And then I was on Berghain dance floor, and then I was like, wow, this is...
When was it?
It was... I looked this up actually recently. I was not old enough to enter Berghain. I don't know if I should say that. But I remember who was playing, and it was Overmono and Martin. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And this track always reminds me of the moment when I discovered techno, and when I was like, wow, that's it. It brings like everyone together, and it's just like, it functions so clearly, and I kind of like understood it. Ooh.
I have the same experience actually.
Really?
Again, yeah. In there, like I really meet my passion for techno is I realize, okay, I want to invest myself in and try to there.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, it's of course the most well-known club of the world, and it's. I don't know. Maybe it's a cliche, but it's also, there's a reason why it has.
Exactly.
Yeah, such a big history, and I don't know. I learned so much as a DJ and as a dancer on that dance floor. Yeah, especially just like do, 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 do. It's just, I don't know, it's driving me insane. This track, it's just like it fits this dance floor. So
yeah, no, it works so well. Very timeless, pure techno.
Yeah, timeless, as you said.
Yeah, I love it.
Sergio C. You know, I'm also this person when I DJ. I'm like, when the mixture is not in the right place, you know, and it's kind of like not.
Are you kind of maniac?
Yeah, I'm like,
Me, I don't care. Sometimes it's almost falling. I'm like, I don't care.
What?
But
Great.
the game also.
You're like, no problem, not my job.
Exactly.
I'm here for playing music.
Okay,
Not more, not less.
Okay, this one may be also a recent discovery from Laurent Garnier. I mean,
Okay, yeah, I get it.
it's also one of the artist who inspired me a lot when I started.
Yeah.
And so I love the player is techno, house, whatever, and it's always on point. And I saw him play at Rex Club also many times when I started clubbing. So yeah, I think it works pretty well in a set.
Yeah, it's nice. I like this. It's a bit like laser shots. It reminds me always when I hear this kind of sounds. Oh, we're coming to the end.
Already? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Crazy.
We're talking so much. I'm gonna end. Maybe I'm gonna end with a house track. I think you could like this one too. Also a small artist as well. I found out about this record because I played at Le Sucre in Lyon.
Oh, yeah. I love this club. Also play one time.
Yeah, it's cool club. And there was this guy playing before me. What was his name again? I'm gonna link it in the comments to give him a shout out because he showed me this track. And I played the set, and then I asked him if he wanted to do a little back-to-back at the end, towards the end, and he said yes, and then he played this track instead. And it reminds me also sometimes that like there are two facets. Like one time the DJ, you don't know, like a local artist or someone that is like a newcomer or whatever, and then you meet this person and then you hear this person play and I don't know, it was a set that I was like, wow, he's such an amazing artist, such an amazing selection. And sometimes I forget about these things, to go a little bit earlier or to stay a little bit longer to enjoy the music someone else is playing and how they do it. And I don't know, this guy just like blew my mind with what he's playing. And same with the music, like this artist is kind of small. And I think like sometimes I don't...
Paris?
It is... I don't know, actually. I don't know if the artist is
I think
French.
I already saw this name, but...
Yeah, possible. Yeah, the name is Portente. The label is House of Color. It's his only record, I know. Like, he released some other stuff. But, yeah, I think the problem nowadays is not that... Because I struggle with buying new music from time to time. And I know that there's so much great music out there. But sometimes I struggle because I'm like, oh, some of the music doesn't seem interesting to me, but not because it doesn't exist. It's just because I don't find it sometimes. And yeah, this record kind of like reminded me of like how timeless and great new music can be nowadays still, and not be stuck into my 90s shoes.
It's so nice. Maybe also when I play, I love to, when I can, stay a bit after my set to listen also other artists. Also, it's important. Yeah. So
yeah, I think it's nice.
Sometimes you have such a good discovery. You're like, wow.
Yeah, I'm still dreaming of doing a radio show or party of all the artists I met on the road, but this is kind of like, I don't know, like more of a community event dream-ish. But yeah, let's see. It's kind of dreamy. On a dreamy note for jazz also. in itself. It's a very long track. It tells a story. I don't know.
Yeah, such a good mood and good energy, this track.
It's a nice track to finish also, I think, because I used to, I like to finish with a classic or something that is more driven or hyper, to bring the last energy up. But this one is I like to finish also smooth sometimes, and I think this one is great for it. A little bit trippy with the little sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. That I know, that label. I see it from here.
Of course, everyone knows this label.
Yeah, probably.
From Waxx, but this track is called After the Party. And I used to play it a lot as a closing track also when I play house recently. I think it's such a nice vibe to close a set.
All right. Thanks for showing all the records you brought.
Oh, thank you for having me. It was super short. Oh my God.
Yeah. Sorry for talking so much. Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Enjoy the last track.
Thanks for watching Banana Box.